What's going on, YouTube? It's okmall. We're back again with an episode of Ad Infinitum. Now, if you haven't done so already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to get notified for any future video content, and let's get right into this thing. Chapter 3. Pain. Wake up in bed again. The achievement. Pain. Path of pain. Walk the path of pain. Holy soldiers. Yeah, there's gonna be one more chapter, actually, from the looks of the glass. What's that? Childhood nonsense. You're doing the right thing.
Yes.
America, traveling to the new
Maybe
world.
I'll go with Christian. In America, freedom is more than just a word. Not like here. But such a journey would be expensive. What? You want to come with me? I don't think America is for you. You take after father too much. Hey, there's no need to get mad. Hey!
Nearly there. Can almost make out the shadowy reflection of yourself. Graduation diploma. This is to certify that Paul von Schmidt has graduated from Prussian Military Academy with flying colors as of April 1916 and hereby recommended for the officer fast-tracked in aid in the war efforts.
Dear Paul.
Dear Paul, the front is eating us alive here in Flanders, and what's left of us, the rats and the lice take too. I pray every day for this war to be over before the next wave of German heroes is burned to ashes in this madness. Please reply, just this once at least, your brother. All right, let's find out what's going to happen here next. All these lights are now flickering. Let's see, the journal's been up to date. Find the cause of the electrical failure. That's locked. This room's now open. It was. She put something in the water, please. Your brother's in the room is locked, but you're sure you saw something. It can't be him. Why don't you understand me, please? There goes the elevator. The elevator up to the attic. It must be new. Still nothing happens. That one's locked. Some screams in the distance. Distorted cries. Looks like we'd be able to take the elevator up. But we don't want to do that just yet. We want to take a look around first. Okay, we can't go this way. Locked. Locked. So that doesn't work, but the button works. Storage room key. Excuse me. Oh, now it works. Will this take us to the attic, I wonder? It's working great. Oh, it's going down. Yep, now we're dead. Distorted voices, screams. W to stand up. So I assume this elevator isn't going to take us back up anymore. Cries in the distance. Distorted voice, breath. Got some more matches. Now we got cries, or well, sobs. Light up the match. Ooh, here's a door. Locked. Turn that on. Oh, here's the phone.
You need to wake up.
I need to wake up.
You need to come back.
Oh, back to the other world? Gotta help that blind guy out again. Ah, this is another section of that basement that we were in once before. What's this? You want to destroy the painting. Burn it to cinders. It stirs memories that you want to keep buried. That's locked. Go up there. If we can go up here. Ha! Path is blocked because of the electric. Really? Just don't touch the wires. It should be simple. Probably have to go through there. Locked, need a key. Oh, we already had a key. Another painting. No man would paint something so warped. I feel sick.
Why are the savages locked in there, Grandfather?
So you can learn from their fate. Take a closer look. See how they're sitting on the floor, naked, in the dirt? Do they have anything to be proud of, Paul? And yet, they are. They charged into our machine gun fire, screaming like madmen and waving their primitive spears. They fell like flies in their hundreds. Pride without cause is idiocy, pure and simple. Remember that. You're not like them. Your blood and your heritage give you something to be proud of. Leave the dying to the idiots.
All right, let's go ahead and see if we can't get this thing open. What am I supposed to do with this? Oh, I push it. I see. That makes more sense. I was like, what the heck? Am I supposed to open this up? Wait, what? It won't budge. Why? Okay, we squeezed past. What's this?
I know I cannot ask you for both. I want
Johannes to live. I have chosen him. Please accept Paul into your heavenly kingdom. He is a good boy. I cut off the cuckoo's flesh as I cut off its life, so that Johannes may live in its stead. Please, dear Lord, come to my aid and bring back my Johannes. What? Man, y'all wild. Needle and thread, skin and hair. You feel a little sick. I would too, brother. My Virgin Mary looks so sad. Page from the Bible. And when the Lord saw her, he had compassion on her and said to her, do not weep. Then he came up and touched the bear, and the bears stood still. And he said, young man, I say to you, arise. And the dead man sat up, began to speak, and Jesus gave him to his mother. Luke 7:13 through 15. Am I supposed to light those up? Is that something I should do? It won't, but oh, a key. It's around somebody's neck, isn't it? Is it a dummy? Yep, it's a dummy. Get off me, dummy. Dummy, go away. What would have happened if I didn't press spacebar enough? Would the dummy kill me? Key to the blue door. Can I push this now? Note, objects of study. Skulls from German Southwest Africa for further scientific investigation. Recommended for use as objects of study. Shipping companies note, please expect the Great General's cases and boxes around midday on Friday, June 7th. Our forwarding agent will collect the goods from the steamboat in the port of Hamburg 1 day prior to this. Following delivery, my staff will remain at your disposal in order to carry all the goods you do not need in your house itself down to the desired area of your basement. I shall send you the invoice upon completion of the work. I wish your father, General von Schmidt, a speedy recovery. That right there is really annoying. Ah, skulls. Send them home. You're right, Johannes. Thereas, I have decided to help you once the war is over. We'll liberate the skulls from your parents' basement and send the crate back. It's the least bit we can do after everything our fathers and forefathers did to them. Let us hope that they can find peace in the soil of their homeland. A label from the shipping company. The cases have come a long way. Looks like we've unlocked this side of the door. The heck is that? Power has been restored. Now, which direction? That's unlocked, that's locked. Okay. Which way? Has to be the right way. We can go this way too. That has a stairwell. Well, now I want to go back the other way. Again, locked. Here's the garden section again. I highly doubt there's anything here that's new. There's actually something new right here.
Back. You're dreaming. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Painting. Resurrection 4. You never liked this picture. I took it anyway. What the? Why are we taking a picture? Painting. Self 8. He looks at you sadly as if he knew what fate you had in store. All right, up the ladder we go. Guess we can jump down from there. That one's locked. 2 notes. They have found my Johannes. My heart is bursting with joy. He's already in Lubeck and will be here soon. I have cleaned the large attic room so he may be made comfortable. I shall buy paints and canvases for him. My Johannes is coming home. Letters from Mill Hospital, illegible. To inform you that your son Johannes von Schmidt is alive and has been discharged from the military service as a war invalid. Until now, his physical condition has necessitated long-term medical care at Reserve Military Hospital 3. Your son can be taken into your care in 2 weeks' time. September 2nd. If rest ineligible. Oh, this door opens up. Back to father's study from the looks of it. Okay, this side, we have another phone call.
October 5th, 1980.
October 5th, 1918. I refuse to go up to the attic. The wailing, the clattering alone is unbearable, and the smell.
Wake up, soldier. Soldier. You need to come back. You need to finish it.
This is not the blue room. Right. Alright, go into father's study. Can't go that way. Okay, we can open these doors up. This takes us back towards the entrance. Alright, so this is the room we do have to actually go into. The letter. Article, The Factory. Karl von Schmidt Company. The paint factories evades bankruptcy. The Berlin-based company, which specializes in the production of chemical substances for medical and industrial use, has been saved from bankruptcy by an injection of a private fund from the owner Karl von Schmidt. Investments from partners were surprisingly thin on the ground when Karl von Schmidt and Company, leading chemists, were poached by a competitor in Wuppertal. Karl von Schmidt is the son of the famous Prussian general Lothar von Schmidt. The investment of private funds has saved the jobs of 350 employees at the company's Berlin premises. Whether his money can secure the entrepreneur's future, however, remains to be seen. What's this? Let's move that out of the way. All right, so now we're back up here where the blue room is located. All right, so we've met it, secured ourselves. Painting 22, Spring Awakening. He wasn't smiling the night you saw the two of them together. 22. What's this? Are you there? I can't sleep. Oh, it's one of those cans with a string. Must be Johannes's actual bedroom. That's me talking. I'm sounding really creepy. Dang, I'm vicious, brother. Golly.
Those who gaze at Mother's tree.
I need to read that, please. There you go. Those who gaze at Mother's tree are the same and yet not so. One I told in confidence, you see. A secret that I know. The keeper of my secrets has a mouth like Spring Awakening, wings like resurrection, eyes like the self. Painting the garden. This picture reminds me of you, of your childhood. Dear Father, you have disowned me, not because of that night in the attic, but because I am a rebel within the confines of this family. If you had dared rebel against your own father, you could have spared Mother much pain and torture. Your only loyalty to a dead man. This house is under the rule of the dead. His spirit pervades every stone. I am packing and moving out. Soon you shall rid of me. And I would rather go to war than return to this accursed house. Oh, another letter. Oh, gee. I keep on pushing it. Dear Johannes, once the war is over, we shall finally get our exhibition, and it shall be more beautiful than ever. I have received your sketches for our poster campaign in support of our soldiers. Christian will love them too. I cannot wait for the next time I see the two of you and Rudy. There is so much I want to share with you. I have seen so much on my way to the front, but for now, letters will have to do. Take care of yourself, soldier. Otherwise, I'll have to come over there and stitch you back together again. I am to be deployed as a nurse within the next few days. Yours, Teresa. Teresa. Oh, here's something. The Artist Collective, The Blue Dove, invites you to Berlin Canvases, an exhibition by local artists in word, image, and sculpture at the cafe in... I don't know what that... Don't know how to say that. Okay. What did I gain from this? There's no key. Oh. Well, this is different. Okay. Let's see what's up in here. There's a phone in the middle, a bunch of dead bodies lying around. Before we answer the phone, let's read this.
The Blue Dove, Berlin.
Okay. The Blue Dove, Berlin. Having been called to arms to protect the fatherland, the following beloved members of our association did suffer heroic deaths in the fall of 1914 in faithful fulfillment of their duty. Teresa, author and nurse. Rudy, author. Christian, painter and salesman. Conrad, poet and accountant. Deeply saddened, we mourn the loss of our comrades in the fights for justice and freedom. The Blue Dove will honor their memory and their work. May they rest in peace, far from home and in foreign soil. Same thing we heard before. Just gonna name off names. Okay, so I was reading this My Secret thing. The keeper of My Secret has a mouth like a spring awakening, wings like a resurrection's eyes of oneself. So, spring awakening, self, resurrection, mother's tree. Apparently that's not it. I am completely lost. I've been everywhere twice. Wait a minute. Move this. What's the point of that? I was supposed to do something with the statue? You don't see anything special. Ew, this is different. I noticed those buttons earlier, but never think there was anything different. Okay, here's a code. So if I do this right, it's for awakenings first. So whatever awakening is. So 22 4 8 2248 2248. Nice. There's the key. All right, good deal. Now we can go up to the attic. See what's up here. It's supposed to be a foul.
You're no son of mine. You're a disgrace to this family. You perverts are driving our nation to ruin.
Carl, don't. Nothing happened.
War is coming, and you're going to die. Look at yourselves. You're not men.
Perverts. What's going on with perverts? What happens? Page from the encyclopedia. Cuckoos do not brood themselves. Instead, they usually lay their eggs one at a time in the nests of other birds, taking one of the original eggs in return, which they then often devour. Certain species lay their eggs in the nests of smaller birds. In such cases, the raising of a cuckoo frequently leads to the death of the mother's true chicks. The young cuckoo grows quickly and requires large quantities of food, which it steals from the legitimate chicks before throwing them out of the nest. Despite this, the parents will still sacrifice everything to keep it fed. I think I've heard of that before. Where do we go? Let's go up. This is weird. Why is there a bed in here? You caught them before you could finish it.
Nothing happened. Did it, Johannes? Tell him. Christian?
You've got no idea who I am.
Paul did the right thing telling us what you were doing up here. Look at you, a pair of filthy strumpets! You repulse me, the pair of you! Get out! Get out of my house.
Dear Johannes, they say the war will be over before they say the war will be over before the first leaves fall. Won't that be grand? The others at the cafe said you've enlisted too. How marvelous. You'll still be able to move out from home once we've emerged victorious. We'll meet again at the fronts as comrades fighting for the fatherland. Your father was right. What happened between us in the attic was just childhood games, wasn't it? Your friend, Christian, trained to the Western Front. Everything here is just how he left it 5 years ago. Johannes's paintings will protect me from the cuckoo. I show them to it every day to make sure. The cuckoo wants to paint too, but I have taken its awful paintings away from it. I don't want to see them. I give it nothing but the black oil paint to drink. It wants them, and I don't want it to live. What's this? The thing that is returned to me is not Johannes. It is a cuckoo. Come to sit in his nest. Cuckoo, that's what it is. It sits up there in the attic and expects me to cater to its every whim, just like he used to be, Carl's father. Perhaps it is Carl's father, torturing me still. He refuses to remain dead. A paint is still fresh, but I can't be. There's something else up here in the attic. Smell of paint makes you feel sick. What if it is him? What if he's still alive? You plead to finally wake up and let out this nightmare. This is just a nightmare. You don't want to know what's behind that door. Well, considering it stinks up here, right? They keep on saying something about how bad the smell is. Bird. That didn't spook me though. The hospital. Oh, that's a dead bird. Pinned to the ceiling. Oh, that that noise got me. All right, y'all, before we begin this area, I gotta say I did feel a little unwell, so I stopped recording, laid down for a bit, came back, started doing some more recording, but I didn't actually hit record. So I actually finished off this entire segment without recording. So I actually had to start from the beginning to get all the way back to this point. I still don't feel the greatest. So I'm just going to get through this area. I've already experienced it once, so it's not going to be as scary. So the authenticity of it all is going to kind of fade away. But again, apologize for that. Just happens to be one of those days. So we're going to get through it. Get to the next area that I haven't done just yet. So I'm going to try to read everything at least again, and then skip through or run past a lot of the stuff that we've already done. So this area here is quite dark. Very, very dark, in fact. So we got to use our flashlight a lot. There's not much to see in here. At least there wasn't last time. Yeah, just a bunch of bodies lying on the ground. I'm gonna break this down. Most of this area, there's absolutely nothing to see here. Outside of like a
Is
few.
that you in the plane?
You remember this? You drew over the plane,
You want
and
to fly high, huh?
he did. He was the bird, I
Look.
think.
I'm the bird.
Yeah, the bird. Eisenbarth inspection. Dear nurses, the way some of the fallen soldiers responded to this morning's inspection of their wounds is of great annoyance to me. The medical recovery process is a part of their military duty. This embarrassment is childish and must be exercised from the patient.
I'll fly with you. We can fly wherever we want together.
Another letter here. Eisenbarth pathetic. All 27 of the bodies brought in were in what can only be described as a pathetic condition. Only one of the soldiers is still alive, and even he is in a disgraceful sight. My sanatorium will restore all eligible patients to the physical and mental state required for war. This Eisenbarth is quite psychotic from what I found. Alright, from this area, we could go there, but it's pointless. We need to get the flash, or like the power on before we head that way. So we just gotta travel through here. I don't recall if there's actually anything to look at outside of just kind of making it through this section. Just an empty hallway. Basically following this cable. It'll lead us over to where the power generator is. What's this say? No entry. I came in from it. Does that count? Those are the 3 comrades that we have to look at. There's a thing for it. Keys. Head nurse. Assign the patient's lockers according to their patient number. And as soon as they are conscious, it shall be the patient's duty to remember these numbers. The patient files must be kept under lock and key at all times. They must not be allowed to fall into the patient's hands again. In addition, soldiers whose mental competence has only largely been restored should be assigned simple tasks within the clinic. The patients in question must be provided with the keys for said tasks, and the soldiers shall be responsible for any and all keys given to them. A nurse's note to self, do not forget to lock the patient files away in the office. Dr. Eisenbarth was furious with Nurse Emma when she forgot the last time. Perhaps I should not have reported her? Emma has not been back to work since she was called into his office. She probably doesn't even dare face the doctor again. Alright, so this is the power's out. Essentially, we gotta restore said power. Turn my little flashlight on again. A note here. Head nurse's report, Dr. Eisenberth. I have taken care of the matter with Nurse Emma. Patient 27 gave me a hand. Junior Dr. Lau woke up yesterday. He's a strong young man, and he has already asked for more prostheses. They're performing some weird stuff up in here. It's questionable whether it was doctorish. There's a small key with the number 28 on it. Dear Emma, today Dr. Eisenbarth tried to force me to cut off a soldier's healthy leg. I refused. Eisenbarth did the deed himself, glaring at me the whole time. He didn't even sterilize the surgical instruments. He has ordered me to report to his office later. The head nurse says that we can talk it over and settle the matter. I hope that she is right. So we have 28. Use that key we just gathered. Alright, most of these are empty. Right here. Let's see. Company under command of Lieutenant Lieutenant von Schmidt. Symptoms: dead body, brought in with a heavy blood loss, left calf and arm ruptured by explosive shell. Initial treatment consisted of amputation of the thigh using the Paragoff method. Patient revived after 3 days. Male hysteria is the diagnosis. In addition to the expected disorientation, patient made disrespectful remarks about our Kaiser, crying fits, and infantile mind, explains failures of the frontline soldier and lack of national pride. We recommendation is no improvement following electrical induction. Terminate patient. Patient will be referred to hospice. Locker to be cleaned out. Otto. Let's see. Fractured skull. Patient revived for 2 days. Despite 1 week of pain therapy, patient still complained of headaches, draining of the cerebrospinal fluid, and removal of the affected regions of the skull and the brain led to immediate improvement. The recommendation: now fit for battle following further adjustments. Send back to the front lines immediately. Symptom: epilepsy, bedwetting. In spite of reanimation, patient remains lethargic state, displays a tendency towards neurotic trembling and bladder voiding disorder. Neurosis: manifests as constant and hysterical shaking of the head and nervous twitching of the limbs, male hysteria, and cowardice. Recommendations: amputation of the legs, of the arms and legs, complete dehydration, will be fit for battle after further adjustments. Here's Richard. General neurologic shocks. Patient complains of sleepiness, stomach problems, and loss of hearing following the days spent under fire from shells and death. He's a coward. Both of his patients feigned symptoms and his suicide on the Western Front as a result of cowardice. Some initial success achieved by applying sleep deprivation, acoustic trauma, and regular doses of vinegar in order to physically induce the symptoms the patient claimed to experience. Patient is compliant, will be fit for battle following further adjustments. Max. Mental deficiency. Patient was buried under soil and rubble for several days prior to death and has exhibited lethargic behavior ever since. Patient appears to be dull-witted. Remarks in file indicate that the soldier fell asleep several times while on night watch. Cowardice. Sleep deprivation and removal of eyelids have not produced the desired results. Terminate the patient. Patient is to be referred to hospice locker and cleaned out. Johannes, infantry regiment, company under command of Lieutenant von Schmidt. Patient is the brother of Lieutenant von Schmidt, and von Schmidt was not delivered to us. Symptoms: infected wounds and burns all over the body. Left arm was amputated. Patient was only one of his company delivered alive. Body and face disfigured by shrapnel and barbed wire. Diagnosis: perversion, cowardice. Despite coming from a noble line, the patient had hoped to avoid conscription. Injuries probably result in the attempted suicide. Reports received a sexual perversion in the past. Recommendation: due to the patient's heritage, a completely new course of treatment must be devised. This is utmost priority. And last, patient 27. Head nurse ordered me to sweep the floor in the maintenance room. Grateful to be of service. My new legs throb in the pain and with pain and pride. The droning of the machines reminds me of the cannon that tore me away from the front. We're all comrades here. Everyone has fallen and yet risen again, just like me. I hope that we can all experience our baptism of fire together soon. And P.S. I am keeping the key to the maintenance room in my locker, number 82. The combination is my two best comrades. And I believe those best comrades are the ones that was on that call. So it's a combination of, let's see, Kesper, Rudolph, Weber. He's Weber, so we're looking for Rudolph. Rudolph, which is 04. Actually, I wrote this down. And then Kesper, 0407, I believe it is. I feel like that's a different code than I wrote down last time. I don't think there was any letters or anything over here to read. I know there is. Eisenberg, fire. Report to the surgical general. My process, which I refer to as baptism of fire, consists of two phases. First, strong electrical induction is applied to the frontal lobe area in order to reactivate motor skills in fallen soldiers and those with hysterical war jitters. This step alone separates the wheat from the chaff. The second phase is the amputation of limbs injured and superfluous. As you know, our focus here is not on medical rehabilitation, but rather on psychological aspect. The virtue of reunification? I don't know how to say that. And sacrifice. The prosthesis is not a tool, but a gift. Let's see. We're looking for... What is this? Did I pass it? No, it's over here. This should be the door we're looking for. 82. So I got 0407. I feel like this is going to be randomized. 0407. Well, I got 07. What if I use 0704? Maybe I looked at the wrong people. Because I had 0715 before. I guess I looked at the wrong people. Yeah, apparently it's the same. I just looked at the wrong folks. Maintenance room and key. Now there's locks on all of these. I just don't know what they would be. I don't know how to discover what those codes are going to be. Unless people are sharing the same code. I don't know. It's confusing. Either way, I never got that. Got those unlocked. I'm sure there's something more to it. All right, moving on. So, got the key. What was the key for again? I forget. Maintenance hall. Right. That dark hallway over here. So we just gotta follow this cable. Really hard to see. Wind that up again. I don't think there's anything to read down through here. And now we have the key for this. Now, I didn't grab this last time. That's hilarious. Stuck tight. The last... I didn't ever try to grab that. I skipped this area, so it's pretty funny to see him grab that like that. Let's wind this flashlight back up. Okay. We can't get in there. There's a bed in our way. There's another power switch. Oh, got some gas. Open that door up. All right. Pull the lever, Kronk. Oh no. I'm gonna act scared. Ah! Oh, joking. Excuse me. All right, back at it with a mask back on. Alright, so now we have lights. I can see what I'm doing. The wall broke down, so we can grab this up. Now, this section here, I didn't really see anything last time I was in here. Just a note. Scribbled note. Last night I heard Mishalaski and some others. They were strange screams, and I think they were counting them. There was also marching, peculiar clattering noises. Was that all a dream? But yeah, we have like some room over here. You can't actually get in. You could just see some weird stuff going on in there. And something moving. So now we gotta go back. Now we can actually cut this. One thing of note. You see those wires that are moving? If you try to snip the wires that are moving, watch this. It attacks you, and you gotta break free. So you want to go for the wire that's not moving. Just like that. And one last one. Ta-da! It's like I've done this before. Alright, so all of this was just to open this door up here. So now that the door is open, for the most part, I don't think there was much to see in here. There's a couple of letters here and there. To ensure the safety of our medical staff, as of today, the doors will be secured using electrical systems. The fuse box to the maintenance control room, access to the main hall from the admin, and from the shower area. We obviously can't use this yet. It is locked. Gets a little bit darker once we get past this lit up area. Alright, same idea. Looking for the one that's not moving. Middle one. Bottom one. And then this one here. This music's weird. There's another note. Patient's note 1. Greifter is gone. I spoke with him before I went to sleep. He was as scared as I am. He was laying in the bed next to me. Now he's gone. The nurses refuse to answer my questions. They will not even look at me in the eye. Alright, I think that was it to see, at least over here. So we gotta get through this little maze of just stuff. There's nothing that can harm us here, and these just have to get power. Can I go this way? Yes, yes I can. See what I'm saying? It's like a labyrinth of beds and springs. Then you got all these prosthetics. Again, I don't believe there was any notes to be read. Just weird prosthetics everywhere. Kind of creepy. Problem with these games is like the moment you get through it once, the spook scare or the scare factor is completely gone. Pop in here. Nothing in here except for the mannequin. I don't know if there's like a little thing with like finding the mannequins everywhere. Honestly, that's the longest part of this game is just kind of like reading and finding things. Actually getting through it, it took me very little time to get to this point. Alright, let's see. We need to read letters. Here's one. Eisenberg, pain, head nurse. Amputations must always be performed without anesthesia. Should one of the nurses or a junior doctor contradict this order again, this will be reported to me immediately. Every ounce of pain caused by the incisions of the scalpel and the saw is equivalent to the purifying fire of war from which our patients have fled through death and injury. These are the birth pains of the frontline soldier. See? He's crazy. And then we have Eisenberg security doors. To ensure the safety of our medical staff, as of today, our doors will be secured using an electrical system. We already read that one. It's the same. Okay. Ta-da! Red, that's usually a bad side. Now the power goes out around here. Spooky. All right, let's get out of here.
They fear the light. Make their
Fear
weakness
the
your
light.
strength, soldier.
So essentially, the flashlight is your best friend. I made the mistake of thinking this fire pit was my best friend, but it is not. If it kind of seems like I know what I'm doing, I kind of do. I need to go this way. There we go. Let's just follow the path. Okay, we need to snip. Okay, run, run, run. You can kind of see the shadows of them. Alright. First one we're going to go into. They can't get in here. There's lights everywhere. Look at that. Face prosthetics. And then there's just this, I think, in here. Ah! I've already seen it. But look at that. That guy's right there. And you might think to yourself, well, what do I do? There's a pathway right here. Alright, so we've turned on some trigger for power. Can't remember where to go from here. Oh, some note. I can go this way. Hey, read all letters, apparently. Malleable. The development of our prosthesis has progressed so far that I have now succeeded in convincing Supreme Army Commander of my plans. From now on, all employees of the sanatorium shall regard what remains of the patient's bodies as clay to be formed, imperfect tools whose quality and functionality must be improved by our prostheses so that they may achieve the goal of the Supreme Army Commander and the Kaiser. Now, we can't go around this way because there's a bed up there that we can't go up. Oh, we can still go around this way. Never mind. We need to get past this thing. I'll lead them this way, and then we'll run them past it. Alright. I don't think so. Alright. Into this door next. Alright. This is where some weird, creepy stuff happened. There's this. It says rebirth. In light of patient 26's bloodline, I have selected him for an entirely new treatment, the ovum victoris. A plaster of the powdered bone, hair, and fingernails of selected soldiers will form the shell. The maturation fluid inside will be mixed with mixed solution of marrow and bodily fluids. Wound fluid, in particular, is crucial to the success of the treatment. In the ovum, the body will ripen over the course of several weeks by the means of electrical stimulation. I expect great results. He grew it, bro. Something has hatched and the shell stinks of blood and excrement. Interestingly creepy. What's this? I want to go home. You and me both. Locked door. Locked door, I assume. Oh, this is where I was peering in last time. And there's this creature. That's still alive. Yep. Before I look there, I think there was something to read. Maybe not. No, nothing to read. Okay. This is where the power trigger switch is. Oh no! Spacebar! Oh no. Well, that's a fire. And of course we're passing out. Oh no! What do we do? Grab W to stand up. It is time to run. Jump off. There's not very many places to travel. You just go straight. A lot of these guys are just going to stand still while we run past them all. Only goal here is to escape the area. Stop running for a second so we can catch our breath. You'll see why in a second. That's why. Oh my god, he's so fast! Ouch. Run, Jimothy! Oh, and we passed out again. Oh, we are awake. And that is where I finished. That's when I realized I wasn't recording. But we're recording now, which is good. All right, y'all, that will do it for today's episode. So as always, please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family. And I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.